For decades, the Philippines has struggled with a daunting problem: overpopulation. This crisis has left scars on the nation, creating a nightmare of overcrowding, where the air itself feels heavy, with too many people squeezed into too little space. This issue has fueled rising prices, soaring unemployment, and a heartbreaking epidemic of poverty. In this grim tale, the Philippines has become a stage for suffering, where basic needs are stretched to the limit. Families trapped in crowded homes wrestle with the daily challenge of putting food on the table. The dreams of countless Filipinos have been shattered by job shortages, as the economy struggles under the weight of surplus labor. This alliance between overpopulation and poverty seemed unbreakable. But then, a glimmer of hope pierced the dark clouds that had loomed over the Philippines for so long. The birth rate began a determined decline, steadily dropping for 5 consecutive years. This was a turning point, a light in the darkness. The relentless tide of overpopulation started to ebb, like ocean waves retreating from the shore. As birth rates fell, crowded homes found room to breathe, and the burden of feeding ever-growing families lightened. With each passing year of this remarkable change, the Philippines moved closer to a future where unemployment would ease and poverty would weaken. This transformation, this quiet revolution, signaled that the unyielding grip of overpopulation could be broken, ushering in a brighter era for a nation that had endured too much suffering. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dawn of a new era for the Philippines. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fun Fact. Today, we're exploring a topic that may not be hitting the headlines but certainly deserves attention: the declining birth rate in predominantly Catholic Philippines. While not a headline grabber, this trend is transforming the nation. But is it a concern or a sign of progress? Let's find out. Today, 2023, the Philippines found itself with a substantial population, numbering at approximately 117 million people. What's particularly noteworthy is the birth rate, which stood at around 1.01%. However, there's a fascinating twist to this statistic. It's on a consistent decline, dropping by 0.46% annually. To provide some historical context, let's rewind to the year 2017 when the country's birth rate was notably higher at 3.20%. In the subsequent year, 2018, it climbed to its peak, hitting 3.31%, which was one of the highest in the developing world. This consistent reduction in the birth rate reflects changing demographic patterns and raises questions about its impact on the nation's future. It's a shift that merits close attention and exploration of its causes and consequences. Causes. The decline in the birth rate in the Philippines, as in many developing countries, can be attributed to several factors. It's important to note that birth rates are influenced by complex social, economic, and demographic dynamics. Here are some key reasons for the declining birth rate in the Philippines. 1. Urbanization. As more people move from rural areas to urban centers in search of better economic opportunities, they often have fewer children. Urban living can be more expensive and families may choose to have fewer children to manage living costs. 2. Education. Increased access to education, especially for women, has a strong correlation with lower birth rates. When women have access to education and employment opportunities, they tend to delay childbirth and have fewer children. 3. Access to contraception. Wider access to contraception and family planning services empowers individuals and couples to make informed decisions about family size. The availability of birth control methods contributes to lower birth rates. 4. Economic factors. Economic stability and prospects play a significant role. In some cases, economic challenges can discourage people from having more children, as they may be concerned about the financial burden of raising a larger family. 5. Cultural shifts. Changing cultural norms and values can influence family planning decisions. In some cases, traditional expectations of large families may give way to smaller family ideals. 6. Women's empowerment. As women gain more autonomy and participation in the workforce, they often choose to delay childbirth and have fewer children. 7. Healthcare. Improved healthcare and child survival rates mean that parents may feel less pressure to have more children to ensure that some survive to adulthood. 8. Government policies. Government policies, such as incentives or support for family planning, can also influence birth rates. Consequences. A declining birth rate can have several consequences, both positive and negative. Here are some potential consequences to consider. 1. Aging population. A declining birth rate often leads to an aging population, which can pose challenges for the labor force and healthcare system. A smaller working-age population may struggle to support a growing number of elderly citizens. 2. Economic implications. A shrinking labor force can impact economic growth and productivity. It may also result in higher dependency ratios, where a smaller number of working adults must support a larger number of non-working dependents. 3. Potential workforce shortages. In certain industries and sectors, there could be labor shortages if the birth rate declines significantly. This might impact industries like healthcare, agriculture, and manufacturing. While concerns about an aging population, labor force challenges, and economic impact are typically associated with declining birth rates in other countries, these concerns may not apply directly to the Philippines due to its unique circumstances. In the midst of an overpopulated Philippines, it may seem counterintuitive to worry about an aging population, labor force challenges, and economic impact as birth rates decline. The nation is teeming with millions of young people and a significant workforce, seemingly immune to demographic concerns that affect other nations. With an ongoing exodus of Filipinos seeking job opportunities abroad, labor shortages might appear far-fetched. Now, let's delve deep into this issue and meticulously dissect the multifaceted implications of the Philippines' declining birth rate. Our objective is to comprehensively assess whether this trend is a blessing or a burden for a nation currently wrestling with the challenges of overpopulation. 1. Economic progress. One of the most significant implications of a declining birth rate is its contribution to economic growth. As the number of births decreases, resources can be more efficiently allocated to support the existing population. Smaller families typically have the means to invest more in each child's education, healthcare, and overall well-being. 2. Quality education for all. With a smaller number of children to educate, the Philippines has an opportunity to prioritize and enhance the quality of education. Smaller class sizes, better equipped schools, and motivated teachers can lead to a more educated and skilled workforce, setting the stage for economic advancement and innovation. 3. A healthier society. A declining birth rate reflects improved access to healthcare and family planning services. Families can now make informed decisions about the number and timing of their children. This leads to healthier pregnancies, reduced maternal and child mortality rates, and improved overall public health. 4. Environmental sustainability. A lower birth rate aligns with a more sustainable future. The Philippines can reduce its carbon footprint as the demand for resources like food, water, and energy stabilizes. This provides an opportunity to invest in renewable energy sources, eco-friendly transportation, and sustainable agriculture. 5. Eradicating poverty. Perhaps one of the most compelling aspects of this trend is its potential to eradicate poverty. A smaller population means resources can be allocated more effectively to support marginalized communities. Slums can be transformed into thriving neighborhoods, and access to education and healthcare can become universal. 6. Political stability. A stable and balanced population can contribute to political stability. It allows governments to focus on long-term development goals rather than struggling to meet the immediate needs of a rapidly growing population. So, what's the verdict? In a country where space is limited, and the population is immense, a declining birth rate emerges as a cause for celebration. It's a sign of progress, a vision for the future, and a chance to bid farewell to poverty-stricken slums. As the Philippines embarks on this inspiring journey towards a brighter future, it's a narrative worth embracing and sustaining. As we reflect on the Philippines' declining birth rate, we recognize that it's not a cause for concern but a catalyst for transformation. It's a journey towards a nation where every citizen has the opportunity to thrive, where poverty becomes a distant memory, and where the promise of a better tomorrow is fulfilled. In this era of change, the Philippines stands poised to shine as a beacon of hope and progress in the heart of Asia. So, is the declining birth rate in the Philippines good or bad? We'll let you be the judge. Thanks for joining us on Fun Fact today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Until next time, stay curious.